Hi, I'm Urooj from the business desk.
And I'm Omer Hayat, the business editor. You guys have sent some money saving tips, and we're going to take a look at them today.
So, the first tip we have received is don't eat out.
Well, there are not many entertainment avenues in Pakistan, and eating out is one thing that most people really like to do. So it's an okay-ish kind of a recommendation. I would say 50-50. Sometimes you eat out, sometimes you eat at home.
Our second one is to save fuel, we should use bicycles instead of motorcycle or cars.
No, I don't agree with this. Not a good idea because we don't have the infrastructure to ride bikes here in Pakistan. It would take you like 2 hours to get to work.
And as a female, even bikes may not be particularly safe at times, so I cannot think of cycling anywhere. So, the next one is have a bicycle, plant a kitchen garden, save electricity, use domestic products, and start freelancing.
Yeah, gardening is a good one. You can grow your own vegetables if you have the space to do that, obviously. So it doesn't apply to everyone, but if you do have the space for it, sure, go grow your own vegetables.
The only thing I can think of is we have grown chilies, but I don't think you could grow things like potatoes or tomatoes in your
Sure,
house, especially when we have limited space. Instead of going out, try to learn more recipes at home, will be more economical.
That's a good one, though. I'm personally adopting this strategy, trying to learn some new recipes, cook at home, and yeah, it does save some money, especially in these times. So
Definitely
gotta
does.
gotta say it's a good one.
Start doing freelancing, earn in dollars, and move abroad.
Well, sure. Freelancing is a good idea if you're earning dollars, if you have accounts set up on Upwork and the likes. That's a good idea. But moving abroad, I don't think that's a permanent solution.
These are like those memes that you see on social media where they say, leave everything, just leave the country.
Yeah, not a solution.
We have keep your money in the bank, don't keep cash in your wallet. You are more prone to spend cash.
Not a good tip because essentially money in the bank is cash in hand. That's how I think of it. So you can't really eliminate your expenses if you have money in the bank and not in your pocket. You eventually have to spend it. So not a good tip.
I think it might be a good tip. I spend a lot less money when my money's in the bank. Cut your own hair is pure money saved.
Well, I wouldn't recommend that. I don't want to risk it. I spend like what 500 to 1,000, somewhere between that for a haircut. So, twice a month, once in 2 months. I think that's really not a great tip. I wouldn't do it.
I think it could work better for females since for a simple trim, we pay anywhere between 500 to 1,000. And if we just want to trim our hair in a straight line, it could work at home. Invest the littlest money you get, but offshore.
Well, not a good idea because A, there are not many avenues for Pakistani citizens to invest abroad from here. And B, even if you do that, you need a lot of money to make an impact, to make really something out of it. So I wonder, it's not a good tip.
Always save your money in the form of three strong currencies: dollar, euro, pound sterlings, or any one of these.
Yeah, good idea because you all know the Pakistani rupee hasn't been doing so well. It's generally a good idea. It hedges some risk if you invest in the dollar or the euro or any strong currency. It's a good
And the
idea.
dollar is back up in the local interbank market as well. Love the heat and turn off your ACs.
Well, sure, if you can bear the heat, I think that's a really, really good idea. Particularly, the recent bills in August, people have been really upset about the amount of fuel adjustment costs that they have to pay. So, sure, if you can bear the heat, I don't think a lot of people can do that, but why not? Give it a try.
Yeah, that could drastically reduce the electricity bill. Carpool for work, sharing rooms at home, refraining from buying any luxury item, no casual room.
Carpooling is a great idea, guys, especially those who work together. Talk to your colleagues, talk to people who live close to your homes, share your resources like that. It's a great idea. I think that will definitely save a lot of cost. I would recommend that.
I would recommend it too. Transport inflation recently came in at over 60%. So carpooling would reduce your costs. Instead of saving, start investing your money in government bonds.
That's a good idea. National savings, anyone who's looking for a risk-free investment for the long run, I would recommend national savings certificates. And if you're over 60, you can also try Behbood certificates. That's a good option, good idea.
Always keep a track of your spendings. Even if you spend 10 rupees, this will help a lot in saving.
Definitely, that's a good tip. There are many apps right now where you can track your spending. So I would recommend searching for a good app, downloading it, and tracking where your money is going. If you know exactly where you're spending, there's a chance you might find areas where you can cut down your expenditure. So that's a good tip.
That's exactly what I did. I use a local app, and once I saw where most of my money was going, I was able to reduce my spending in that category. Make a list before you go to the store. Only buy what's on the list. No unnecessary spending. I feel this is particularly aimed at me.
Sure, if you have a tendency to go haywire, then obviously I would recommend that. Personally, I don't need to do that because I just know exactly what I need to buy, so I don't even make lists like that. So sure.
Stop usage of cars for a month. Everyone use a bus.
Really bad idea, guys. As we all know, there's no public transport infrastructure in Pakistan, particularly in the big cities. So what are you going to do if you don't use a car, or carpool? I think carpooling was a better idea, but using public transport, there isn't any. So what are you going to walk to work?
I agree. Even the recent red line has cut its routes, so maybe not that good an idea. Moderate weddings and one dish party in wedding halls.
Definitely. I would recommend this to everyone. We as a society have a tendency to overspend at weddings, at these kinds of social events. 100% recommend that.
So it will either be barbecue or biryani, not both. Investments in small businesses.
Sure. I don't know if that's a money saving tip or not, but yeah, it'll be better for the economy if you look at specific local businesses that interest you, that have a potential to grow eventually. Why not?
Buy gold, property, dry edibles, used cars. Invest your savings instead of putting money in accounts.
Investing is always a good option because, especially in our economy, because the PKR devalues, there's a lot of currency volatility. So it's always good to have money invested rather than lying around in your bank. Gold is a rather successful investment recently. Traditionally, gold has always risen in an economy like Pakistan, where there's a lot of volatility, political uncertainty. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one. Don't just save your money, invest it.
Stop going for vacations abroad. Put a ban on it.
Well, can't really ban it, so not a good one, this. But yeah, if you can afford to go abroad, then I don't think you're really in a crunch. But sure.
For electricity consumption, it's a one-time investment, but go towards the solar panel system.
Definitely recommended. If you can afford it, go for it. It's going to save you a ton of money, and it's environmentally friendly. So
invest it in any online forum such as crypto.
That's an interesting idea, but not recommended for everyone. If you have a risk appetite, sure, go for it. It's a really volatile market, so sure, go for it. But if you're a risk-averse person like I am, I wouldn't invest in crypto. So having gone over all the suggestions that you gave us, I would pick out the top 3 ones, which are if you can afford, go solar. Definitely you'll save a lot of money in electric bills. Carpooling, that's a really good idea, I believe, especially with petrol prices rising every day. Share with your colleagues, friends, neighbors, and there's a chance you're going to save a lot of money. Third was tracking your expenses using an app and going local. I think both of these are going to help not only the local economy, but eventually help you save.
Thank you guys for participating. We look forward to receiving more tips from you in the future.